Good evening and welcome to Newsbite. I'm Roxanna Williams and making the headlines this week. Water situation still critical even after recent rainfalls. Bonfire Night celebrated. And we have your weekly sports update. Despite recent rainfalls, the water levels on St. Helena are still seriously low. Canucks St. Helena have started bowsering water 24/7 after recently advertising for temporary overnight drivers. They also have subcontractors laying transfer pipes on Barnes Road. The government has issued another public announcement urging residents to reduce their consumption.
This is a public information announcement from Her Excellency Governor Lisa Phillips.
Hello. Despite some rainfall over the weekend, water resources on St Helena remain very stretched. So this week, Connect has published an island-wide legal notice restricting the use of water for essential purposes. This will come into force on Monday the 14th of November. The term essential purpose means using water for drinking, cooking and personal washing only. In addition, all exemption notices previously issued are now expired and will need to be revalidated.
Over the last week we did see some rainfall runoff make its way to the reservoirs, but as welcome as the rain was, it was nowhere near enough to get us through the summer. Until the reservoirs reach at least 50% full, we remain in a critical situation. In the meantime, St Helena residents, businesses and people who use water for agriculture are urged to exercise great care and restraint when using water.
On Friday the 4th of November 2016, island reservoirs contained 11,278 cubic metres of water, just 9.3% of the total capacity. The total reservoir capacity on St Helena is around 121,000 cubic metres. There are other sources of water, tanks, boreholes and springs, but the reservoirs are the most significant and visible, with levels easy to measure. They are also less vulnerable to daily fluctuation.
We are managing, and I am determined that we will manage, but what we need to do as a community is cut our consumption of water by a minimum of 10%. This means that we will use only as much as we can put into the system. I'm doing my bit and every little counts, so please pick up a water-saving leaflet in the shops and public buildings and see how you can join me in reducing your water use. Thank you.
Bonfire Night was celebrated in the usual fashion here on St Helena. Two public events were held this year, one at Sandy Bay Community Centre and the other at the Godfathers Rock Club in Halftree Hollow. Both events were very well attended. Firework displays followed the bonfires and both children and adults continued to enjoy themselves late into the night at both venues. Knockout football resumed at Francis Plain on the weekend and golf went ahead at Longwood Golf Club. Damien Obey gives us a roundup of the results.
Despite inclement weather, two tournaments went ahead at Longwood Golf Club on the weekend. 22 golfers showed up for the 9 at 9 event on Saturday morning. King George and Nigel Joshua topped the field. Second were Gavin Crowley and Hensel Beard, and in third place were Ian Johnson and Dean Gonzalez. The annual turkey and hand competitions got underway on Sunday the 6th of November. The informed Gavin Crowley shot a fine 1 under par 67 to be in third place, but one shot off the prizes. The winner of the turkey, first place, Tony Green, and the winner of the ham, second place, Nigel Joshua, both shot nat 66s. Now, football. A 10-man Rovers team booked their spot in the semi-finals of the football knockout tournament with a narrow 1-0 victory over Hotshots on Saturday. Hotshots put in a gutsy performance and remained in the hunt for a semi-final spot for the majority of the match. However, Ronan Legg struck a late winner for Rovers after running clear of Hotshots' defence. Rovers' Tyler Benjamin was man of the match. In the second quarter-final of the weekend, Wolves picked up a convincing 7-0 victory over Crusaders. Greg Phillips struck a hat-trick, Tulani Kanyili a brace, while Jacob Duncan and Cody Thomas also got on the score sheet for Wolves. On Sunday, Hearts were rampant and brushed aside the challenge of refugees. The boys in blue struck 10 unanswered goals. Goalkeeper Andrew Young played the second half as a striker, netting 4 goals and scooping the Man of the Match award in the process. Other goals came from Christian George, Shane Stroud, Ryan George and Mark Williams. Martin Buckley finished the scoring with a second half brace. Chop Shop Boys came back from going a goal down to defeat Bell Boys by 3-1 in the last quarter-final fixture. Damian Stevens put Bell Boys ahead before Colin Thomas evened up the scores late in the first half for Chop Shop Boys. Ryan Backhouse increased their lead before Kevin Hudson sealed the win with just minutes left on the clock. The draw for the semi-final fixtures was done on Sunday afternoon. Hearts will go up against Wolves and Rovers will face Chop Shop Boys for a place in the final.
Well, that brings us to the end of this week's Newsbite. Do tune in again next week. I'm Roxanna Williams and thank you all for watching.